Today we're going to talk about cool bass chords. So there's a really cool chord that is pretty easy. It's called a 10th. We'll do this in the key of G because it fits on this bass nicely, and G is a good key. So if you put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, you get a low G, and up top you get a B, and that's a major 10th. Use your pinky for the G string. So middle finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, pinky on the 4th fret of the G string. That's your G major 10th. It sounds good at the end of songs, and it sounds good sometimes as like the foundation for a riff, and in all kinds of other ways. You could even just use it to play a chord progression with your bass. Like recently, we covered a song in the band that I play with, and I did this at the end of the song. I did stuff like that, and yeah, I added a little melody in at the end there. But anyway, point being, 10ths are cool. So you can basically take this shape and move it up and down the bass however you want, and you still get a 10th. Because that's just how the bass works. That's one of the things that makes the bass so great. That's as many different places I can play this, except for right there. A major 10th is basically just a major 3rd, but you bring this note up an octave. So a 3rd would be like this, but it's kind of muddy down there. So we take this note, the B, and we bring it up an octave, and it just kind of sounds more open. Sounds lighter, it sounds clearer, because the notes are farther apart, literally. Let's talk about a minor 10th. If we go up 1 degree in the scale, and we just stick to the diatonic notes, which just means notes within the key. So you just go up a couple frets with your middle finger, and then I used my ring finger for the G string now, actually, because I just find that to be more ergonomic, and this gets you an A minor 10th, which would be the 10th that you'd build off the 2nd degree of the G major scale. So you have G and B here, and this is A and C. And for this one, I use my middle on the E string, pinky on the G string. That's G and B, respectively, and that's your G major 10th. Then you go up a couple frets with your middle finger, use your ring finger on the G string for the C. So now you have your middle finger on A, ring fingers on C, and now you have a minor 10th. Not that you can't do a minor 10th over here, you totally can. We're just staying in the key of G major right now. So basically, one of the cool things I like to do is when I find a chord that I really like for example a 10th, if I know where all the notes on my entire fretboard live in a certain key, then I can move that chord through the key and find all the instances of it on my instrument. If I know where all the notes in G major are, and I just have to stick to G major and switch between this major shape, which is this guy, and this guy, then I just go major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, major. So we have G and B. I'll talk you through everything I just did right now. So we have G and B on the E and the G strings. This is 3rd fret on the E string, 4th fret on the G string. Middle, pinky. Middle on the E, pinky on the G. Now we're going to move the middle finger up 2 frets to an A and use our ring finger for the 5th fret on the G string for C. We're going to keep that same shape, right? This is an A minor 10th, by the way. we're going to keep that exact same shape and just go up 2 frets. See what I did there? We're here. Literally just shift your hand up the neck. That's B and D. B on the E string, D on the G string. Same shape. It's a minor 10th again. So we have a G major 10th, A minor 10th, B minor 10th. Now we're going to move our middle finger up 1 fret on the E string and use our pinky again, because that note on the G string is going to go up 2 frets. So now we have C down here, E up here. This is a C major 10th. This is our 4th scale degree. We're going to take this exact same shape up 2 frets with both fingers. That's going to give us a D major 10th. That's 10 and 11, right? So we have 3 and 4, 5 and 5, 7, 7, 8 and 9, 10 and 11. These are the fret numbers I'm talking about here. D and F sharp with the middle and the pinky. Sometimes I just rest my ring finger on there in case I want to go to a minor 10th and then bring it back to a major 10th, or vice versa. But this one, of course, is not in the key of D major because it has an F natural. F sharp is the F that we have in G major. So now we're going to lift the pinky off and go up 2 frets. So now you have middle and ring again. 12 and 12, that's going to be E and G for an E minor 10th. We're going to go up 2 frets again, F sharp and A on the E and G strings with our middle and ring finger. That is frets 14 and 14. And then up here we have G and B again on the 15th and the 16th frets on the E and G strings respectively. And then this can be an exercise that you can do to work on your 10ths. So I'll run those fret numbers by you again. We have E and G strings. I'm listing them in that order, right? So we have 3 and 4 for the G major 10th, 5 and 5 for the A minor 10th. We have 7 and 7 for the B minor 10th, 8 and 9 for the C major 10th, 10 and 11 for the D major 10th, 12 and 12 for the E minor 10th, 14 and 14 for the F sharp minor 10th, and 15 and 16 for the G major 10th up top. Now if you want to go outside of just G major, or find every instance of this in G major all over the entire bass neck, which would also include, you know, every instance of 10ths in E minor, because that's the relative minor scale of G major. Basically that just means G major is a key and E minor is a key, and they all have the exact same notes in them, and they're just in a different order, or they're organized in a different pattern, you could say. So for E minor / G major, every single 10th that you have on your bass would be this from low to high. You have the open E and G strings for your E minor 10th. On the 2nd frets of the E and G strings, you have an F sharp minor 10th with your middle and ring fingers. And then you have 3 and 4 for the G major 10th again. We'll go through the whole G major scale that we did. So you have 5 and 5 with the middle and ring for the A minor 10th. 7 and 7 with the middle and ring for the B minor 10th. 8 and 9 with the middle and the pinky for the C major 10th. 10 and 11 with the middle and the pinky for the D major 10th. 12 and 12 with the middle and the ring for the E minor 10th, which is an octave above the open strings. Then you go up a couple frets with the middle and ring for the F sharp minor 10th, that's 14 and 14. And then up here you have 15 and 16 with the middle and the pinky for the G major 10th up top, right, which is an octave above here. As soon as we get here, we're just doing the same thing again, just an octave above. So open strings, start repeating here. So what I did on the 2nd fret is going to carry over to the 14th fret up here. What I did on the 3rd and the 4th fret is going to carry over to the 15th and 16th fret up here, right? 5 and 5, the A minor 10th, repeats itself up here on the 17th fret. Same way, middle and ring. E and G strings, 17 and 17, that's your A minor 10th. Then the last one you have, right, is the B minor 10th up an octave again. Middle and ring, you have 17 and 17. All the 10ths that appear on this bass in the key of E minor / G major, same difference kinda, are on the open strings of E and G, played with your thumb and index in your plucking hand. You have an E minor 10th. Now if you fret the 2nd frets on the E and G strings with your middle and ring fingers of your fretting hand, you have an F sharp minor 10th. Now we're going to switch to that major shape and move our middle finger up 1 fret. Our pinky is going to go up to the 4th fret. That's our G major 10th, so we have 3 and 4 there for G major 10th. Use the minor shape on the 5th fret. We get A minor 7. Not A minor 7, we get an A minor 10th, sorry. If you go up 2 frets, you get a B minor 10th. If you go up 1 fret and do the major shape, we have a C major 10th. So remember, the major shape uses your pinky. We're going to go up 2 frets with that same major shape and get a D major 10th. We're going to switch to the minor shape and go up to the 12th fret, middle and ring. That's your E minor 10th again. Now we're just repeating up top in the upper octave. Go up a couple frets. We have 14 and 14 with the middle and ring fingers. That's F sharp and A for the F sharp minor 10th. And then we use the major shape, and we have G major 10th again on 15 and 16 with the middle and the pinky. Use the minor shape, and on 17 and 17 we have A minor 10th again. So with the middle and the ring, and then we go up 2 frets with the middle and the ring, and we have a B minor 10th, B and D on the 19th fret of this bass. And now I'm out of frets. Might as well talk about how you would do E minor. That's pretty easy. Because of what you just learned, you already know how to play it. So you just start on the open E and G string and work your way up to the 12th fret, going through the key of E minor, which is, again, the same thing as G major. So we have E and G. On the open strings, F sharp and A. E and G is the E minor 10th. F sharp and A is the F sharp minor 10th on the 2nd fret. G major 10th on the 3rd and 4th fret. An A minor 10th on the 5th fret. A B minor 10th on the 7th fret. A C major 10th on the 8th and 9th fret. A D major 10th on the 10th and 11th fret. And an E minor 10th on the 12th frets. So we have E minor. I'll do that again a little bit slower. That's E minor. Let's talk about G major. So start with your middle and pinky on the 3rd and 4th frets. And then we'll go up the scale as we talked about before. Okay, so let's talk about G major. Start with your middle and pinky on the 3rd and 4th frets, as we talked about before, and just go up the scale. So we have 3 and 4, 5 and 5, 7 and 7, 8 and 9, 10 and 11, 12 and 12, 14 and 14, 15 and 16. Go back down the scale, we got 15 and 16, 14 and 14, 12 and 12, 10 and 11, 8 and 9, 7 and 7, 5 and 5, 3 and 4. You got the major shape with your middle and your pinky, and the minor shape with your middle and your ring finger. So you're just switching between those two shapes as you go up and down the fretboard. So here, I'll show you. One more time, a little bit slower. That's G major. And then everything across the whole neck, I'll just play through that too. So we have 0 and 0 on the E and G. That's our E minor 10th. Minor shape on the 2nd fret for F sharp minor. F sharp minor 10th there. Got the major shape on the 3rd fret with your middle finger. That is G major 10th. Go up to the 5th fret, do the minor shape for A minor 10th. Go up a couple frets for the B minor 10th. Go up 1 fret and use the major shape for the major 10th for C major. Take that up a couple frets, same shape, you got D major 10th. Go up a couple frets with the middle finger, switch to the minor shape, you have E minor 10th. Go up a couple frets with the minor shape, you have F sharp minor 10th. Go up a fret with the middle finger and switch to the major shape, you have a G major 10th. Go up a couple frets and switch back to the minor shape and you have your A minor 10th. Go up a couple frets and keep that minor shape and you got B minor 10th. So all together that looks like this. I'll do that again a little bit slower. Those are all your 10ths in E minor and G major on the bass. That's all I really have to say about that. Let me know if you have any questions, and definitely check out my new lo-fi hip-hop beat tapes, which I will skew across the screen. That's not the word I want to use. I will splatter the album covers across the screen. I don't know. You'll see the album covers here somewhere. And you might hear some clips of some of the beats. use this bass in them. I might be using some tenths in some of the beats that I play this bass on. And you can kind of hear them in action. Go check out all those tunes on Spotify. Check them out on Apple Music. Check them out on Tidal. Check them out on Bandcamp. You can listen to them here on YouTube. I will put cards in the video somewhere, and maybe I will put a link to it right here, or maybe over here, probably. That's it. Peace.